Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan, and today I'm really excited because it is time to get ready for the launch of the MäksēLife 2022 planners. There are so many new options this year, and it's a young planner company started by Sierra Friend, who is a life coach and such an encourager and a hands-on person when it comes to running her company and providing support to the people who use her planner. It's a fantastic company. I've been using the MäksēLife for the last 2 years. I was privileged to be on the review crew for the first time last year. Last year, she introduced some new things, and this year she has introduced not just some new things, but a bunch of new things. So what is MäksēLife? It's a planning system that is really kind of geared toward helping you set and reach goals. It's a planner, to be sure, but it's also a goal-setting system and sort of a goal maintenance system as well. And there are so many ways that you can incorporate this goal system, even if you already have a planner that you love and you don't really want to shop for a brand new planner, but you want to maybe try the goal system. There's something here for you. But if you are in the market for a brand new planner for 2022, then you have come to a great place to look around, because the MäksēLife planner is a high quality, really well thought out, supportive community as well. So MäksēLife is just, I can't say enough good things about it. It's a newer planner company and a very supportive and helpful growing community of people that they call the Moxie fam. So the way that you spell MäksēLife, it's kind of a funny looking word. It's MAKSELIFE, pronounced Moxie, like MOXIE. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and look at the items that Sierra and her team sent me to review. And if you search the hashtag Moxie Review Crew and spell Moxie, MAKSE Review Crew, you will find other review crew team members who are reviewing different books than I am. So hopefully you'll be able to kind of just do a tour, hop around to different channels and find something that's just right for you. So let's get started. I want you to know that there is a PDF that you can download to help you sort of analyze what I'm talking about here today. So I've linked this download in the video description. You might even want to run and print this out or pull it up on your screen to be able to refer to as we're going through this video. But basically what you're going to find here is all of the different planner options. You'll find the pricing, and you'll find accessories and new products that are coming out. And then what's not shown here in this PDF is a new line of clothing. So there's actually MäksēLife clothing, which I will link below, some really cute t-shirts and an emotional support hoodie, really adorable stuff. So I just wanted you to know that you might want to go ahead and print this and kind of look at it as we're going over the products that I have. So in my box, this is just a sweet little sticker that was included. It says Moxie, noun, and it means energy and pep, courage and determination, skill and know-how. And then I'm pretty sure every order is going to come with a postcard. Don't be pushed around by the fears in your mind, but be led by the dreams in your heart. I love this. This is golden. All right. So if you watch my channel, you know that I review a lot of planners, but the planner that I use the most often is my Erin Condren Life Planner. I have a daily and a weekly, but I miss the goal system in the MäksēLife. I have a MäksēLife planner that I also use, but I'm not really using the weekly spread in it as much as the goal setting aspects and the compass assessment. So what I have decided to use for next year, now we're going to get to this beauty in just a second, but this is what my plan is for me for next year. These are called companion notebooks. The companion notebooks are the goal setting system without the planner. And you get a stack here of 5 little books. One of them is different than the others. These are quarters of the year. And I'm so excited. I can't even wait to show you what's in there. There's some things that I didn't even realize that were features of this. But this is a book that will work with all of these. And I think it's going to have more of your annual overview instead of your weekly goals and monthly goals. So you follow this process here. You do your compass assessment first and definitely invest the time. When I first did the compass assessment, I was a little bit intimidated because I thought, this scares me. What if I don't answer the questions correctly or assess where I am in these areas correctly? Don't let that worry you. You can make modifications along the way. Just dive in and do the compass assessment. You're going to be analyzing and answering questions about 8 different areas of your life in the compass assessment. So when you do that, you will fill out this compass. So here's the life compass, and this is something that is unique to MäksēLife. And you can see the 8 categories of life all around this compass. And you're going to shade in that compass based on the score that you get from your compass assessment. So the more you're able to shade in, the farther along you are in that area of your life. And it really is helpful in pinpointing areas where you might want to focus a little bit more. And here is your assessment scoring. So this is broken into those 8 areas, and you give yourself a score in several little mini categories in each main category. And then you'll take an average to arrive at the score that you plot on this compass. All right, and then you get some information about how to set goals paired with what your intentions are in several areas and settling on a word for the year. So last year, my word for the year was less. I was feeling overwhelmed by so much stuff, emotional stuff, spiritual stuff, physical stuff, jobs, responsibilities, and I really wanted to pare it all down. So the word that I chose last year was less. And you get some instruction if you're really new at setting goals, instruction on what a good goal is like. How big is a good goal and how specific is a good goal? All of these questions are answered here. So this is kind of like your handbook. And I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but all of these pages are perforated so you can take them out, and they're A5 size. So they're going to fit in your A5 planner if that's what you use. So I really appreciate this. This was new last year. These are things to consider in each area. These are the 8 areas of life when you're setting goals. And these are really nice things that kind of trigger thoughts and ideas in your mind. So use this page when you're setting goals, definitely, to help you consider some things that you might not have thought of before. And you can kind of make a mind map on this page and then set some annual goals. And each goal will have a focus, or each area will have a focus. And it's just very helpful to get yourself to pin down what these goals are and to articulate them. And then this is kind of like a space where you can do a collage, you can cut out pictures from magazines or print out some pictures from the internet and cut them out and just kind of paste them all over here to kind of put into a visual form the thoughts and dreams and hopes that you have in your mind, because you may be able to find images on the internet or in magazines that really kind of embody what you're going for, even if you're not able to put it into words exactly. So have fun with that. All right, so this is the book that kind of deals with the year and the introductory information on how to set goals. Then you get into these 4 books. They're all the same, but each covers a little bit different. Each one has just a little bit of a challenge on the front, or a reminder or a motivator. Good things are coming, dare to dream, just begin, and hold on to your vision. By the way, Just Begin is one of the t-shirts that is in the MäksēLife apparel. All right, so when you get into this book, the pages are perforated. I didn't have these last year, so I don't know whether they've always been perforated, but I'm excited that they are because I want to be able to add them to the planner that I use most of the time. Pull out my monthly goals, pull out my weekly actions, and this is what you get in this one. There's no weekly spread. So if we were looking at the standard MäksēLife, let me show you. Okay, so here's an example. In the flagship planner of the MäksēLife, you get a weekly spread, and then you get like a weekly reflections page with awesome quotes and tips on the bottom, a unique one for every week of the year. And then you get the week number, which is great, on your weekly actions page. And then a weekly spread, a planner. And so what I was doing at this point was color coding things that I was doing in my weekly schedule and how they tied back to these 8 areas in my weekly actions. So there's a little habit tracker over here on the side, and you get monthly reflections and everything in one in the flagship planner. And it has, if this year's is the same as last year's, it's going to have a nice elastic strap to hold it shut. And look at the size difference. This is the 7x9 planner. This is the companion notebook, which is an A5 size. So I'm trying to communicate what the difference is. If you get the companion notebooks, there's no planner in here, although there is a monthly spread for 3 months. So back here, we had a monthly spread, and it's undated. But you can get a companion sticker book. This is the companion sticker book. It's a 15-page functional sticker book. And you can also order date stickers. So for undated planners, this is especially helpful. So for this, you can either write in the dates or you can get these stickers, and you can start any month you want to, really. They're divided into quarters, but if you wanted to just start in March or in February or in August or just wherever, you don't have to wait. You can start wherever you are. And these date dots are available on the website. So the monthly spread looks like this with a Sunday start and a notes section on the right. The pages are perforated. So we can tear these out if we want to, and we will in just a minute because I want to test something. After the monthly spread is where you set monthly goals, and these are tied into the annual goals that you set in this 5th book. So you're mapping out your year, and yes, things may change, but you do your best mapping out your goals and your dreams for the coming year. And then as long as you're still able to stay on track with those goals and those goals are still relevant for you, you tie your monthly goals back to these annual goals and break them down so that they're in more manageable size, achievable steps. Then each month is broken into weekly actions pages. So it looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks per month. And then you'll get the monthly reflections page, which is also in the planner. And then you're going to give yourself a score at the end of the month. And you've got some space here either for vision boarding or for reflecting on the month. It just says dream big at the top, and it's a dot grid page. Then you go into the next month. There's no reason why you couldn't add tabs to this if you wanted to, but I think the thought behind these is that you are using them with your actual planner, which might be a different brand than MäksēLife. And I just think that's so great. And one of the reasons why it's so customizable. All right, so this is going to have 3 months worth and 5 weekly pages each month. And then at the back of the book, some dot grid paper, quite a bit actually, and a compass assessment. So on your last monthly reflections of this book, it has dot grid here, then a quarterly assessment, which is also in the planner. So every quarter in the 7x9 flagship planner, there is a quarterly assessment where you can compare where you are then to where you were when you started. So that's really helpful. And the fact that these are perforated, you could actually put all these together. You could put your assessments, you could tear out your initial assessment, and then you could put this right behind it if you wanted to. I think that's kind of neat, and see where you have been and where you are coming. So your previous score goes here, and then your current score goes here. And overall, my scores increased, decreased, or stayed the same. And then some reflective questions here to assess where you might improve in some areas the next time around. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dot grid pages, and then a pocket in the back. And that's like a cardstock pocket. So that's going to be the same layout that we get every book. There's really no color difference with each month. The only color difference that it's included with MäksēLife is if you got these date covers, they are color coded to match the colors of the 7x9 flagship planner. But you can just sticker it up or not sticker it up to suit yourself. And at the beginning of this book, it just dives right into the next month, and there will be a quarterly assessment in the back as well as those 10 dot grid notes pages. And again, when you finish that quarter, you could tear this out and add it to your collection of assessments from previous quarters. This one has a lime colored pocket in the back, really pretty colors, but it looks the same. The pages are perforated. And this one is aqua, and it's kind of the color of the planner that I'm about to show you. But these 4 companion notebooks are the system that I'm planning to use this coming year, along with my planner that I already like. So the sticker book is full of functional and fun stickers. You can't really tell what these are unless you peel them out. Some of them are flags and some of them are hearts. Look at this adorable little flag. And there are some that are hearts. Here we are. Here we are. These are little hearts. So when you peel off the sticker, it's not really a circle. It's a heart. And these are the 8 colors that coincide with the 8 areas of life. All right. So this is the system that I'm planning to use this year. However, you're just going to love this system here. This is a brand new book. It's an A5 size, and the texture on this cover should be clear. It's kind of a woven looking texture, and it has MäksēLife embossed right here. And then on the back, it's the same texture, no writing or imprints. And then there is an elastic band that is built into the book, built into the cover. So when you look at this, you've got the same kind of color inside and this diagonal pinstripe that's on the inside of the flagship planner. But this one is an undated quarterly planner. So this is a 3-month planner. So why are there all these tabs? Well, you've got your goal setting section, and then you've got the months, 1, 2, 3 months. Then it has an assessment section and an extra section. So we'll just go through this whole thing. It feels like and looks like the same wonderful paper that is inside the MäksēLife 7x9 planner. And I didn't mention this, but when I was going through the companion notebooks, I noticed that that paper felt like it was the same paper as well. These introductory pages are going to be the same as what you will find in any of the planners from MäksēLife. Getting started, and then explaining the assessment process, because as I said, that's at the core of this planning system. And then I love this quote from Tony Robbins: complexity is the enemy of execution. Making things more complicated than they really have to be. So this is the life compass at the beginning of the planner. I have mine in these companion notebooks, but it's the exact same thing. So it'll be followed by the assessment scoring questions that you will add together and average in order to arrive at the number that you will plot on that life compass here. All right, and then some words about setting goals. All of this information is in the companion notebooks and in the 7x9 planner. And then your ideas, prompts, things to consider in each area of life when you're setting your goals. That's the same page that was in the back of this book right here. Same page. And then this is for mind mapping, listing ideas, brainstorming. And then you set your annual goals here. And then you do your vision board here, the exact same concept that we just talked about. And then some quick tips on goal setting. And I believe I saw that here. So you get this in the companion notebooks also. Just begin. So here's the first monthly spread. It is undated. So if you get the daily undated planner, and I think the daily is only going to come in an undated planner, then you might want to grab these date dots as well. You can use your own. You can use another brand of date dots. Here's some that aren't used up. But this is what the MäksēLife ones look like. And they're just in the MäksēLife colors. So those are a nice add-on when you're ordering your planner. So it's undated, then it goes into your monthly goals, and then you break that down into weekly actions. So that's what I have in this book. That much of it, weekly actions and monthly goals and the monthly spread. Here's where it actually goes into a planner. So cool stuff. When you have this daily planner, you get a weekly overview. That's something that's missing in some daily planners. So this is the week of, you fill that in because it's undated. And then it's a Monday start here, Monday through the weekend. You can put your major appointments and events here. And then you've got a daily page that has been floating around the internet. People have been downloading the free sample of this to try it out. And I've seen several people giving this a try. And it's so cool. So what you've got here is a checklist on the left side. And then you've got empty hour boxes here. And I love empty hour boxes because we don't all start at 5 in the morning. I teach late into the afternoon. And so I get a little bit of a later start in the mornings just because my working goes later into the evening. So I like to be able to pick my own starting and ending hours. And then you've got a focus area. You can put your focus in this shaded box, but you can also focus on a top 3 for the day if you want to, or some 3 like must-do items that day. You put the date right there, and then you have a little bit of dot grid. Now, if this were mine, if this is what I was going to use for my daily planner, this is where I would write my memory verse because I do that every day. And then you could also put some top 3 things here or gratitude here. You can use this any way you like, but I went ahead and measured this. It's 1.5 inches wide. So if you've got some planner stickers that are 1.5 inches wide, those are going to fit right there. Event stickers, what have you. Those things will fit just, perfectly. So that's what the daily page looks like. So you have 1, 2, there's going to be 7 of these, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And then it goes into a weekly reflections page. It says reflect on wins, what worked, what did not work, lessons learned, and adjustments needed. So this is kind of like where I would just maybe make note of things that went well that week or gratitude for the week or just some ideas that I had during the week. And then you go ahead and you set your weekly actions for the next week. So you don't just, dive into the next week. You actually are kind of having some intentionality about it. You're setting goals and you're deciding what's important to you this week and what will help you get one step closer to your goals and to your dreams and things that are important to you. So every week you get a weekly actions page. And then your week is going to be the same, 7 days, a reflections page, then a weekly actions page. So we'll go through the entire month that way. And at the end of the month, you get a monthly reflections page. My biggest wins, things that are currently working in my life, things that are currently not working, what I learned this month, what improvements or adjustments might I make, what am I most grateful for right now, habits I want to nurture next month, and an area I want to focus on next month. And then I'll rate myself from 1 to 10 here. And then you go on to the next month. So this month will be identical, but there's a different quote. Like on this tab, it says, trust yourself more. On this one, it says, no one benefits when you play small. And then on this one, it says progress, not perfection. Now that one, I would like to frame. And then here's your quarterly assessment at the end of the quarter. It's a 3-month planner. And you are, just like in the back of the companion notebooks, you are comparing your previous score to your current score here after you do your life assessment. So what I like to do actually is refer back to the questions because the questions aren't with the quarterly assessment. So here is where you did your initial assessment scoring up here in the beginning, where there's a different area of life that you're going to score. I think it's kind of more scientific if I answer those same questions again when I arrive at my current score, rather than just kind of giving it a score based on the feeling of where I am. So I do like to consult those questions again. In the back, it says future plans, and you can just put a month right here or white that out if that's not what you want. But this is broken down into 9 different boxes, and each one says month very kind of faintly in it. So you wouldn't necessarily have to use it as a month header there, but you could. You could also make these 9 boxes different areas of life and put future plans in there. But this is probably, since it's a 3-month planner, a great place to put the events that are beyond those 3 months so that you're ready to put those into your next planner when the time comes. And then we get notes pages that are dot grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then in this little pocket where it says dare to dream, learn and grow, celebrate progress, you probably can't make this out, but it says January, January, February, February. These are stickers. So they are for the tabs. And here's what they would look like. Just like this. I'm not going to fully stick this one on here because I'm not really sure how I will use this planner, but you can definitely see the word pop off of there. It's just very kind of understated but functional and nice. And with the 2nd January, you would put it on the back of the tab. So that's a nice thing, and it just further shows you that you don't have to begin this planner in January. You can begin it in February, March, April, May, whenever you want to. So this is tucked into the pocket in the back. Pocket feels good. It's just a double-sided pocket, and this is sort of just a coated cardstock paper. And then there's a sticker sheet that is coiled in, and it looks like these are dots. Let's check and make sure they're not hearts, like I was surprised to find out in that sticker book. Yes, these are dots, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 of each color, and those are the 8 colors that go with the areas of life that you are setting goals in. And you get several little flag stickers here, and it looks like 4 for each color. They're not all together, so you've got the gold here. There's 4 of those, 4 oranges, 4 reds, 4 purples, 4 of the aqua, 4 of this dark blue, 4 of the green, and 4 of the gray. Yes. So 4 per color. And then these say stretch goal. So in each area of life where you're setting goals, you should set kind of small and achievable goals for the most part, but you can set 1 or possibly 2 stretch goals and still expect success or still have success. So that's what the stretch goal stickers are for. And then these are just little icons that relate back to those 8 areas of life. Then there's another pocket. This one is sort of an accordion style pocket that has a fabric reinforcement right here. It's like a satin ribbon reinforcement. And this is very smooth coated paper that feels doubled up. And I like that the pocket comes way out, so you have plenty of room to tuck some stickers or things in there. And then the texture of this cover, what would I call this? I know for one thing, you're going to be able to wipe this clean. If you spill something on it, this feels water resistant. I don't know if it's waterproof, but the cover feels definitely water resistant. And you could probably add your own personality to the front of this with some stickers or some letter stickers, maybe the year, or to put the months that you're using it, or your name or your initials, or just decorate it with some deco stickers. But I love this color. Love this. All right, so now I want to do some testing. Since this is the system that I'm going to be using come January, let's go ahead and take the annual book that goes with the quarterly books. I want to go ahead and remove a page and see how it works. So maybe I'll start with a dot grid. Let's take one out of one of these, a dot grid page, in case I mess something up while I'm practicing here. I won't have damaged one of the more important pages. Okay, so that will tear right out. All right, and then I have an A5 agenda that I use, and I have a nice hole punch. It's a 6-hole punch that I got at Michael's, and I don't know what brand it is, but it's really sturdy and nice. I got it at Michael's is all I know. So with this, if this is A5 size, it will line up with the marks on this punch here and here where I'm putting my thumbs. So you just align the page evenly there, push it all the way in, and punch. All right, so now this will fit in an A5 agenda. Just for the sake of trying this out right away, I grabbed my no-teak agenda, which was sitting right here. And those pages fit in very nicely. They're a little bit smaller than the pages that come in the no-teak planner, but they certainly fit. And then we'll compare it to the Erin Condren pages. All right, so here is an Erin Condren agenda, and I feel like the reason that the page is smaller is because I'm not having the area that I tore off. So if it went from edge to edge instead of along that perforated section, it would come all the way out to the edge and be flush with the pages of an A5 planner. But the great thing is that I will be able to use these goal setting pages as part of the planner that I'm already using. You might decide that you just want to put this entire companion notebook system into its own A5 agenda. So I've got an empty one here from Milrose Notes, and I would really think it might be nice to have all of these pages taken out and added to this if I didn't need it to be with my planner. Honestly, I'm going to think about that because I'm not sure if I'd like to have them separate and then have to carry around 2 agendas. I think my hunch is that I would prefer to have the goal setting system in with the planner just as though I were using the flagship 7x9 MäksēLife planner, because that's the way that is laid out. So if I'm using it with my planner, I may or may not decide to use the monthly spread that's in here. Instead, I may just go on to the monthly goals, tear those out and add them, as well as the weekly actions pages, and just add, and the assessment, of course, to my planner. I may not need this spread, but you know, as you play with it, you make up your mind about these things. So what I was talking about is that if I were to detach the pages from right here at the spine, they would be the full width. But because the perforated edge is about 1/4 inch out from the binding, that's why you have this little bit of a difference here in the width of the page. But I'm excited to be able to add this to my planning system because as much as I love the MäksēLife 7x9 planner, which I want to show you, there are some other things you might decide that this is the planner for you. But it's a nice planner to plan in for one thing, because if you do get the vertical layout, it comes in horizontal and vertical. The vertical has lines in it, no hours, but lines. So you can customize that to fit with hours, or you can just have a to-do list, or you can break it up into 3 parts of the day or different areas of the day, however you want to use it. But I was just finding it a bit redundant to like plan out my week in my MäksēLife and then also plan it out in my Erin Condren. But I wanted these weekly actions pages. So the companion notebooks are really the best system for me. But if I didn't already have a planner that I was using, I would definitely consider this one. If you get the 7x9 planner, one thing that's cool about it is that on all of the weeks where you have your weekly assessment, there's a really great tip down here. I didn't see that in either the undated daily planner or the companion notebooks pages. So I'm assuming it is still in the flagship planners as it has been the last 2 years. But here's an example. This one says, try something new, and it's at the end of week 32. This week, take a first step in trying out a hobby or learning a new skill that you've always been interested in. Research local or online classes, find a book, or get the supplies needed to try out your new interest. Add this first step to your weekly actions. So here's your weekly actions. They're not all like that. Sometimes they're completely different, and they're just kind of there was a reminder recently to rest that I really needed. Move your body. Want a quick burst of happiness? Play one of your favorite songs loud and dance, or just move your body if dancing isn't your thing. Move like no one is watching you. Bonus points if you get someone to do it with you. Go ahead. So that was at the end of week 34. So you get some kind of interesting things in the 7x9 that are a little bit different than you get in this new system. The pocket appears to be the same as it is at the end of the daily, undated. And you can also buy, or at least you could last year, you could buy different covers and swap them out if you wanted to. It's really not a super complicated thing to pull these apart and then to put them back, but you kind of do that at your own risk, but it is an option if you want to do it. And you see the beautiful gold accents that were on the cover that I chose last year. Really nice. And it also had one sticker sheet or two in the back. Looks like one. And then the pocket page. And you can get these. Here, let me show you something cool. You can get these bookmarks. So there's already two in here. One of them says My Vision. One of them says Monthly Goals. And one says This Week. So that fits the coils in the MäksēLife. There's 3 of these, and they're nice. They're just the right balance between thickness and flexibility. So I think these are nice just to keep your place in your planner, but also to draw a straight line if you're marking out a span of a few hours. So I suggest throwing these into your order when you're getting the planner. Let me show you all 3. This one says Dare to Grow at the bottom. This one says Dream Big. And the third one is here, and it says Just Begin. So this week, monthly goals and my vision. So this is something that you can add on that fits really well with this planner. We can test it with the daily planner just to see. It doesn't really work well with this coil, so I wouldn't suggest doing it with this coil. But if you have the other type of coil, then it works really well. And you might be able to modify this somehow, but I haven't tested that, so I don't want to recommend it. But I do know, because this is a coil, this is going to work with your other brand of snap-in accessories. Like if you've got any Erin Condren snap-ins, these would work. Probably. Yeah, these would snap in just fine. Yeah, those would work just fine. This isn't the right size for this book, but because it's a coil, just a regular thick coil, it's a nice coil, it would work with your other snap-in accessories if you have some favorites that you like to use. All right, so if I were going shopping right now for my MäksēLife for next year, what I would do, since I already have a planning system that I am planning to stick with, is get the companion notebooks, or if I only have a weekly planner at this point and I think I could use a daily planner, this would be a good option to go along with your favorite weekly planner that you already have, because you'll get the goal system as well as the daily pages. So you'll be able to set up your weekly actions, your monthly goals, and also have the advantage of a daily layout. So here's the weekly actions, and then the monthly goals is right here. So if you don't have a daily planner and you're thinking of adding one into your lineup, this might be the way to go. This is the A5 Undated Daily. It's 3 months long, or 1 quarter. And if you do already have a planner that you are happy with and you're planning to stick with, I would definitely get the companion notebooks. So it's a set, just to recap, of 5 books. 4 of them make up the most of it. So this is a 3-month book, a 3-month book, 3-month book, 3-month book. And then you get 1 sort of annual and preliminary book to tie it all together. These are A5 size. This is what I would get if you just want the goal system, the companion notebooks. And you might want to throw in the calendar stickers, since the calendars that are in here, which are monthly calendars, are undated, unless you just want to not use those because you're already using your own planner, or if you want to just write them in, you could do that. But be aware that you can get date stickers You can also get MäksēLife functional stickers, the 15-page sticker book. So bare minimum, what I would do if I wanted the MäksēLife system is, well, I mean, if you want something that doesn't cost you any money whatsoever, you can go onto the MäksēLife website and try out some of the pages for free, especially if you're not sure about some of these layouts. You can download every layout and play around with it first. Okay, but let's say you want to purchase the goal system and have all the pages that you need and have it to be the right size. I would get the set of companion notebooks. We'll have a sleeve on it like this, and that would be the bare minimum that I would get to get the goal system. If I wanted to add in a daily planner to my existing weekly planner that I already like, I love this thing. This is a really spiffy, handsome daily planner. I love many things about it, such as the weekly layout that you get at the beginning of each week. So it's not just daily, you get a weekly layout also. This is just a really nice layout. And if you decide to go the way of the companion notebooks and you are planning to add those to your A5 agenda, you probably already have one of these A5 6-hole punches, but if not, I would go ahead and get one of those. That'll just make your life a lot easier when you're adding these into your agenda. So let's look at what the options are this year. Your flagship planner, which is the size of the beautiful one I showed you here from last year, that is available in 4 brand new cover designs. If you have a MäksēLife from last year, you can also just use your past covers as well. I have 3 beautiful MäksēLife covers, the one right there, and then there's the original design, which came in yellow or blue from the first year. And then there was a beautiful, just a very simple pinstripe that I chose last year also. And you can swap those out if you want. So the MäksēLife 2022 dated planner, this one's dated, is going to run you $76. And it has all of the things that I just showed you, and it's available in vertical or horizontal. This book here is the undated daily planner, and it comes in 4 different colors. So this one here, and there's a gray, there's a blush, and a camel also. But this book is $58. Then if you want this sort of a book and you want undated, but you want it to be a weekly instead of a daily layout, that's also available. And it is $64. And that one looks like it's A5 also. Not really positive. It doesn't say A5 on it, but I'm assuming that it's A5. And then the companion notebooks here. This is a set of 5 books, and it covers an entire year or 4 quarters of your choosing. This set is $56. Then you could get the 6-month undated weekly inserts. Okay, so you can add inserts to your planner. This is just such a cool thing. So maybe I would do this. This is $48. So about $8, it's $8 less than this option here. And it includes unpunched and unbound inserts of everything that's included in the 6-month undated spiral planner. Okay, so it's going to have planning pages also, but it is 7 by 9. This is not A5. So you could use this perhaps in an Erin Condren binder that works with 7 by 9 pages. Or you could use it with a ring system. So not ring system, disc system. Like the Happy Planner has discs, and you can just go buy some discs and a disc punch and put them onto a disc if you want to. But it looks like it comes with a sheet of stickers and a pocket page as well. So that is $48. Then this is A5. Okay, you can get 7 by 9 size inserts, and you can get A5 size in the daily layout inserts. And it says that both of these are in a limited quantity. They're unpunched, they're unbound, they're inserts ready to go. And this is $44. Those are a limited quantity. And it looks like those come with some tabs as well as a sticker sheet and a pocket page. And then the 15-page sticker book, which is right here, is $20. That's still available. It's the same thing that I'm showing you right here. The monthly sticker kit, which is just date dots, and headers for the month is a set of 12 sheets, and it's $8. These bookmarks, the goal setting bookmark trio, is $15. Then there are some new things. There are magnetic bookmarks here. So these are $6.50, and it's a set of two vegan Saffiano leather flag magnetic bookmarks with Just Begin and Don't Quit embossing. That's nice. And then here's an expandable pen pouch. This is one of those zipper pouches like you've probably seen. I've shown a couple from Erin Condren, but they zip up. And when you want to use them, you actually unzip it and pull down on some little tabs, and then it turns into a little pouch that's like a cup that stands up, and your pencils and pens are there ready to go. You can get a dot grid notebook that's bound like this for $10, and it says there's 30 sheets or 60 pages. And here's another new thing, some checklist washi. I think I would like this washi. It's 5mm washi, 3 rolls per pack. Some of them are circles and some of them are squares, and then rainbow hearts. And I think the circles are rainbow as well, but they're just outlined, so you just can't see on this printout. And they fit the lines of the vertical, horizontal, and the daily planners. And you can write on them with a ballpoint pen. So a gel pen is probably going to smear, but you can use a ballpoint on there. And then you can get some hourly washi. This, by the way, is a set that runs $5.50. Then if you get hourly washi to add into your lined vertical, that is $4.50. And it's 5mm hourly washi, and it's spaced in half-hour increments. And the times line up with the lines on the vertical and the horizontal and the daily planner. So that's nice. There's an adhesive pen loop that is $5, and that is going to stick onto the cover of your planner, and you can add your pen to it. A daily sticky notepad. So the layout of the days here, let's say that you don't need a daily planner every day, but occasionally you do. You can get this daily layout on a sticky notepad. And it's $10, and you'll get 60 sheets of single-sided daily pages. Really nice. And then you can get a habit tracker sticky notepad. And they're showing this with the companion notebooks because I don't think we have any habit trackers in here. You're missing that if you have the companion notebooks. So you can get sticky notes. It's a set of 60 sheets. So that's a pretty thick pad. Track your habits in your daily planner on this sticky notepad. That's $5. And then for $40, coming December 1st, you guys, there's a digital version of the MäksēLife. If you watch the video, the live that Darian Wilson did with Sierra Friend, they premiered this digital planner, and it looks so much like the real thing. If you're into digital planning, you need to check that out. So go watch the video and keep your eyes open for this to launch on December 1st. All right, everything else is going to launch, as far as I know, next week. The launch date is November the 17th. But if you sign up for like the emails from MäksēLife, you'll get to shop a day early. They will open up the site. I think it'll be password protected. They'll probably give you a special login. But if you want to shop early and avoid any stress about things selling out, then go sign up for the email list. I will link this below for you so you can get everything set up for launch day or the day before. And then there's also a service and a community thing called Club Moxie, which you can join. I believe that's for a monthly fee. I'm not super familiar with it, but those members, I think, get to shop even another day early. So if you are a Club Moxie member, I think you will get a special login to be able to shop early. And I will link everything on the site on launch day as soon as I can get the specific links down in the video description. But until then, if you want to go ahead and look at the apparel, that link is already going to be down in the video description before the launch day. If you have any questions, I hope you'll ask me. There are no silly questions, and I'm very eager to find out the answers myself if I don't know the answers. So be sure to ask me, and also be sure to hop around YouTube and watch the other videos. All you have to do is search the hashtag Moxie Review Crew, and then those videos should show up. I would strongly suggest joining the MäksēLife Facebook group. That's such an encouraging place. That's free. And I would also follow MäksēLife on Instagram and the hashtag MäksēLife, MoxieFam, because you'll get lots of great inspirational ideas for how to use these products there. And I thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a lot of fun for me. I'm excited to dive in and use my companion notebooks, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.